What's up, everybody? It's Broken Bones here, and welcome to another episode here on the KRUSTYKRAFT server. Today is episode 7. Yes, it is. And if you missed last episode, where we actually got this water removed out of this giant hole where we're going to be building a guardian farm, you better go check it out, because this right here, this was a project, and so much stuff went wrong. It literally took us all episode just to get this done, and I thought I was going to be able to build a wood farm too, but that's going to be in today's episode. So the wood farm is going to be built in the end, but not here, not on the main end island. We have 3 end islands that actually work. The 4th one we removed because it didn't even let you go through. This one here is barely usable as well, and so that's how we're going to use it for the wood farm. So what we're going to do is head on in, and as you can see, when you go on in, there we are. There's no way out. There's no extra portal on the way out. So we've actually installed an end portal to make it to where we can at least go back home. But this is where we're going to be building the wood farm. So the first thing we're doing is we're pillaring up way high, and I was hoping that was like, I was going to say we didn't hit the build limit yet, did we? We still have 18 more bits of scaffolding to go. But nonetheless, we're going to build up high, make it to where none of the mobs get spawned down below, because if we're AFK using this, I want somebody to be able to use the ender. So the very first thing that we're going to do is we're building a small platform to go ahead and actually make it to where we can build this thing without falling down every single time. And I guess you could say that this is not small. It's rather big. It's 20 blocks by 40 blocks, which is about 800 blocks. And here's the final few blocks with a little blemish right there. But nonetheless, we got ourselves the platform completed. Now we can actually start building the farm. So the very beginning of this farm starts right here, and this is our dirt block where we're going to be placing our trees on top of, and that redstone down there is going to be powered by a redstone torch that's down here. Let's go and place that in. We need to break that out and place in a torch right there. And that redstone torch is powering that redstone, which anytime a tree grows in here, it's going to go ahead and power this piston, which is going to activate the entire farm, telling it to go pull the tree out and send it into the chopping station. So, with that being done, I think we're going to go ahead and roll into a time lapse here. So, I actually have a tutorial of this on my channel. If you guys want to check that out, be sure to check out Redstone in a Box. This is one of the hardest tutorials I have, but it's also one of the funnest. I challenge you guys to go ahead and build it for yourselves. But we're going to go ahead and go into a time lapse, so hopefully you guys enjoy. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that time lapse. That was actually a lot of fun. But now we're actually trying to do a few changes to the tutorial that I've made years ago. So one thing that we're changing is this bit right here. That used to be just 2 repeaters that were on 8 ticks. But as you can see here, I've actually got 8 repeaters on 1 tick. And that's allowing us to use observers because everything through this farm is going to be through 1 tick pulses. So as you can see, we've got an observer tower right here, which is going to be powering the farm. But the issue is that when you have repeaters that aren't on 1 tick, it ends up sending 2 pulses through, which is what we want. We want 2 pulses, but when it's on more than 1 tick, it retracts these pistons. It's supposed to spit the pistons out, let them do their job, and not retract them until the second pulse comes in. So basically, we're getting double the pulses that we need when we have these repeaters here that are like on 4 ticks and on 2 ticks. So we're going to change these, but I've only got 14 concrete left, and we need a little bit more. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to go get the materials to actually make concrete. And that door is pretty cool. I love going through that. And we're going to go ahead and get some, let's see here. Shop by Food by Night. That must be Night Angel. He might have made a new shop. That's pretty cool. We'll have to check that out on the way back into the end. So the main thing is green or lime green dye at least. Look at that, we got a red and blue parrot. I think Shelville's actually selling these, trying to get some money at an early game, even though the shopping district really isn't even filled out yet. But she's got a couple things here for sale. Nonetheless, we need to get our materials. So let's go ahead and see here. We got I wonder if that actually marks our map here, or our base. So let's see, we got sand. Yes, we have sand. Let's go ahead and grab a stack of that. Gravel. Hey, and we got another stack of that. I wonder if we have any lime green dye, and we got another stack of that. Awesome. So as I said earlier, I wanted to come check out Knight's shop. I believe it's Food by Night. Food by Night, free range, organic, gluten free. Let's see what he's got in here. He's got steak and golden carrots. That's awesome. He's got like cooked pork chops, cooked chicken. Wow, that's actually pretty neat. I wonder what he's got. Like, does he have anything else in here? Like anything like that? I wonder if he's got anything over here. No, not yet. Actually, now that I think about it, I think that's somebody else's shop, and that's another shop. I'm not sure how this exactly works, but I believe just this one little corner is a shop. So one thing that we got to do is we got to remove all these. We got to put these repeaters on 1 tick and extend how many repeaters we actually have. So this is the new setup that we needed to make versus the old one, and the reason being is because we have 4 ticks, plus 1 is 5, so that means that we need to actually go ahead and go just like that, and we're going to go ahead and take this repeater. So there's 2 ticks, 3 ticks, 4 ticks, and then 5 right there. We need a piece of redstone underneath that one, and then also a block right there. And actually, looking at that, I might actually be able to do that differently. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and go like this. We're going to take that block out from down there. That'll save us actually a concrete block. We can take that out. We can actually take this redstone and put it right here. Another change we need to make is we need to take these repeaters and put them with 2 right side by side, because right now that's on 2 ticks. It needs to be on 1 tick. So let's go and put that on 1 tick, and we'll remove that redstone. We'll actually put another repeater right there. If we go just like this, there we go. All right, then that means that we're going to have a block up. Probably, let's see here. We're going to have to go like this and like that. And then we're also going to have to go like that. And let's go ahead and take this one out. We can remove this one. We're going to put a bit of redstone right there, and that'll actually carry the signal over from that repeater right here. Well, I've got this all revamped now. I'm so excited to go test it. Other than the fact that we don't have any bone meal in our system, we're going to go ahead and turn the farm on and imitate a tree growing. So let's go ahead and come up here. The bone meal would be dispensing out of here, and if a tree grew, it would do this. Is that going to do anything? Huh. Well, this block right here is the block that gets pushed down anytime a tree grows on top of that dirt block. That's supposed to get pushed down right in front of this repeater right here, which should come down into here and all through there. And this block's not in the right position. This block needs to be over that torch, and that one can come out. All right, round 2. Let's go ahead and try this one more time. Let's go ahead and see. That looks better. That wasn't supposed to happen. I wonder why those pistons stayed there. That's where they're supposed to be. That one looks good. I literally don't know what I fixed. All I know is that I put the pistons back together and I put the observers back and everything that was out of place. And I want to view what's going on this time. So I know that the problem's going to be with that observer right there and these sticky pistons. So we need to see what's going to happen here. and see what's about to happen. That should have... Something's going on. I'm guessing because the farm's not finished, this block's not getting into the right place, which I think... Actually, I can place that right here. But yeah, I think it's just because the farm's not finished. It's not getting the pulse it needs to put it back. Yep, I actually remember now. This is part of the circuit that's supposed to reactivate it, which comes from this repeater, which has no input coming from the other end of the farm, which is exactly why we need to fix that every time. And actually, to fix it, we can actually just come over here. Let's go ahead and break this block out really quick. It's this piston right here that's getting the update, and I think if we just take out that redstone right there, we'll be just fine, and we'll just have to remember to put that back later. Alright, let's give this another go. Again, we're going to be watching these pistons here to see what's happening and why it's not working properly. There goes one, so they get extended, and they're out there for too long. I wonder if we could just shorten up the ticks that they're being extended for. Well, this makes a little bit more sense. This bit of redstone there was not there, and that explains why this observer was getting stuck out in the outwards position, and only those two pistons were staying put because they weren't even firing. But now we've actually removed one repeater off the entire system, all the way down, and that should give it one less tick, which hopefully allows these pistons to be retracted back before those ones grab them. Alright, and here we go again. Let's see if this is going to work this time. I hope so. Fingers crossed. Why is that happening there? I think these got to be retracted before these go. I think that's the only problem now. That's getting sucked back. It's just these pistons. If we can fix this, we'll have a working tree farm design. Okay, so I've got an idea, and I'm going to explain it to you guys here real quick. So the idea is that we're going to have to put this repeater back. I do believe that these pistons here need to fire 8 ticks after those ones do. That's because it's going to take 1 tick, 2 ticks, 3 ticks, 4 ticks. I don't know. This is gonna be hard, but I know that the reason why these are getting sucked out is because these are in the outwards position while these ones fire, which means that we need to have like a monostable circuit that's a falling edge monostable circuit, which means that this side only acts after this side is finished, and I think I can actually do that because that's not the way it's done in the tutorial. But I think it's going to require some observers and some sticky pistons, which I have. So in order to get this to work, we're going to have to take out all of this. We're going to have to take out this whole circuit here that we just placed in. And we're going to have to take out all this concrete, just like that. And actually, that bit of concrete can stay. That's the only one that can stay out of everything that we're taking out. And then on top of that, this over here is going to have to go to at least these 2 blocks, just like that. And then we can actually add... this right here, we can put these back on 2 ticks, just like that, and we can put some redstone dust down in there with a block on top that'll cut that off. And yeah, we're gonna have to do that. And then I believe we can put a piston right here, and we'll put an observer right there, which will power that. Let's see. So this is a 1 tick pulse. So on the startup, this is gonna push the observer out, not powering anything. And then when it retracts the pistons back, it should. I think this will work. Alright, so all these pistons right here with the observers out the side, that should create a falling edge monostable circuit, and that should help our farm process these trees a little bit faster. Let's go ahead and see if that's going to work. Let's go ahead and turn the farm on. Get that in here. Grab a piece of wood. Let's go ahead and throw it in the system and see if the farm works. I'm crossing my fingers. Here goes nothing. Grabbing the log. Okay, well, none of the pistons came out, which is good. But this doesn't suck the tree back, and I think it's because we haven't added the repeaters over there. And I was right. That repeater was going to make a difference, and it's not added back in. So let's go ahead and get that all done. All right, from what I can tell, I don't think there's going to be any more problems. I don't think we're going to experience any more flaws and famous last words, right? Let's go ahead and see if that works. Okay, that pulls it back. Okay. Well, looks like we need another tick here. I want to see that again. Let's see it again. Let's see what happens. I want to see if it's... Why is that not retracting? Why is it not retracting? It's just a little too soon. I wonder. This circuit right here is the circuit that makes those first set of sticky pistons extend, and it's on 7 ticks right now, and I'm wondering what would happen if we put it on 6 ticks. And doing that could result in these pistons here getting stuck out, which could be a possibility, but it's a risk I'm willing to take because it's not that hard to fix. Let's see if that's what's going to happen here. No, that can be sped up. I wonder if we can make it even faster. So let's try 5 ticks on this circuit. All right, one more test, and if this one doesn't work, if this one leaves these pistons out, or if it doesn't grab them, well, we can try shortening up that pulse until these pistons don't actually get retracted and see if that helps it out at all. But let's see what happens here. Hey! Oh my god, that almost worked. Okay, we just got to work on this circuit now. Awesome. Which I believe just adding one more tick to that will work. All right, here we go again. Cross fingers. I think it's going to work. It worked! And I think it would be a good time to fix this before we forget. So now that we got the interior of the tree farm working, it's now time for the exterior, which the first circuit we're going to work on is the wood chopping circuit, which requires us to have a upwards facing piston right here. This is going to push the wood into a chopping chamber, and then this is going to step on up. We need our obsidian, which I just put up there. We got to take our obsidian, and that's going to make sure that this doesn't actually get pushed out, which actually that's not going to get pushed out in the first place. So I think we could just use like a temporary block. I think we'll just go like this. Like that, and then we'll put obsidian behind this other one right here, because this one has potential to get pushed over by that block, so we'll go ahead and do that. We need to do this 5 times, so that's 3 pistons, 4, and then 5. I've just remembered, I actually did put this block here in the tutorial, and that's because this piston right here has a chance of being pushed downwards. This one here doesn't, because it's more than 12 blocks. And now for this next bit, we actually need to do something similar to this, except we're going to be doing it backwards from up here. This is the other pusher, so this is going to have a regular piston just like that. And then we can actually take this. We're actually going to come on down here really quick, place some obsidian on the side of that one. Can I get that? There we go. And then put a block just like that, some more obsidian, and then a block. So there's 3 pistons already. Can we do some more? Let's see if we can get 6 pistons in there. So that's 4, and then 5, and then 6. Let's see if we can do that right here. Perfect. So the idea is that these pistons are going to push the wood up. These sets of pistons are going to push the wood down, and in between those, we're going to have another set of pistons right here, and that's going to push it over into the chopping chamber. And we need to have 5 of those pistons. So that's 3, 4, and 5. And then we also need to have one over here for the 6th block that lands over here, so the player can actually get it, and it's going to push it down into the 5th position right in front of this piston. So again, just like we did before, we're going to deviate away from the tutorial. This is all tutorial based, but this next part isn't. We're going to be placing a block like that and then a block over here. And this is all my design from this point. And actually, I guess both of them are my design. I'm the one who created the tutorial. So let's go ahead and place that bit of redstone there. And that's going to power these pistons and then eventually power that piston over there. I think if we just go ahead and go like this, I got a feeling this is going to bite me in the butt because I'm deviating away from the tutorial, but we're going to go ahead and roll with it anyway. And if anything changes, we'll just, we'll fix it, we'll just fix it. And so I think if we can just go like this and like that, and then put redstone dust all the way across there too, just like so. Man, I really am, got anxiety over worrying about whether or not deviating away from the tutorial is really going to make this thing possible or not. But we are pushing forward nonetheless. We actually have our wood detection circuit all done up. This is going to be what pushes the wood over into the chopping station. So anytime a tree comes in, or if wood gets pushed up or pushed down, this set of pistons will detect that. Next, we're going to be hooking up the bottom set of pistons up to this part of the circuit right here, which is going to come down with some redstone. And then we have a bunch of repeaters that go in right here, and all of them got to be set to 4 ticks. Next, we need to go ahead and power up these top pistons, which are going to be pushing the wood down. And I've got the redstone already in. These are going to take repeaters here that are all going to go on 4 ticks. There's 3 of them that go right here. 2 more bits of redstone, and I believe this comes on up like that. And this is actually going to come from these repeaters right here, which is powering up the downwards pistons right there. So we're going to have a bit of delay. We're going to add 1 repeater right there on 1 tick. And then here's 3 more repeaters right here. These all get put on 4 ticks like this. And then we're going to go up top here, and we're going to put some redstone dust right here, and that should actually link everything up. We just need to turn these onto 4 ticks. Oh boy, I'm starting to feel the pain of deviating away from the tutorial. I've actually run out of furnaces, which we use to cover our hoppers. And yeah, that means I need to go get more because we don't have any cobblestone. Oh, no cobblestone. Let's see over here. Let's go see cobblestone over here too. Nothing over there. Redstone stuff. No furnaces. Great. The sun's going down, and I need to AFK at this thing. I hope I don't die. Oh my goodness, I'm running into more problems here. Anyways, this is our dropper here that's going to be dispensing our bottles of enchanting, and then our furnaces that we got are going to go on top of these hoppers, just like here. But this hopper line is being obstructed by this block here, which I don't think is going to be too big of an issue. I think we can go right up and over that. We'll see here if we can do that here really quick. And then I think if we go ahead and break this, we can place down an orange block there and get the redstone to come out and around. And I hope that's okay. I hope that's all right to do with that. Let's go ahead and put that there. All right, and actually, let's go and put that there. There we are. Then we need to come out here by a couple pistons until we get to this purple block right there, and then we can finish up putting that with all of the, with all the furnaces on it. Then we need to hook this up, which is, this is going to be another thing. We need to go ahead and go like this and like that. And I believe this goes all the way to the end. Then we get two one-tick repeaters with some redstone dust right there. Oh my goodness. Another thing I just noticed, that this slime block here would have grabbed this block had I not noticed it prior to using it. So I'm glad I noticed this. All we need is some obsidian there and replace the redstone dust. More problems. This redstone right here is going to finagle with this redstone right here. It's supposed to come across just like this. And as you can see, it finagles in all three spots and actually all four. That's not acceptable. We can't have that. And actually, in the tutorial, it shows this redstone going underneath the hopper, which I actually think might be possible. And look at that. It is possible. I'm just going to break this obsidian block there, and I didn't mean to break that one. Let's go ahead and put that back. Then all we need is some redstone there, and that should link back up to up there, I think. It would help if I had some redstone right there. Now that we've got all that sorted, we can continue on with what we were doing, which is placing redstone right here. We actually need a repeater right there, and then we can run redstone all the way down to this circuit down here, which we left hanging earlier. Now this circuit here, the purple one, this is for the normal circuit. Now if you're doing oak trees we want to grow a lot shorter, which means that they take less time to chop. So we're going to bypass all this delay right here on this orange circuit. We're going to bypass that right here on this blue circuit, and that's going to come right up here. It's going to go all the way around here, just like that. Come up here. We get one repeater, which transfers back into this circuit. But we also get a block right here that chops that circuit off, unless we want to activate it, which that'll happen with a piston later. Which we can now put in on this circuit and on that circuit. That's going to toggle both of those, like I was saying earlier. Which the blue circuit is going to tie into the oak mode circuit, and this orange circuit is going to tie into acacia mode. So we're going to bring redstone from the old circuit, and actually to the old circuit, just the other acacia circuit there. We're going to bring that all the way up, and actually I need to count that to make sure we have enough. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, just enough to get up to the top with a repeater. Then we can do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Actually, we need a repeater right there because we don't want the signal to go back. And somebody just threw me a trident. That was Lil Bren. Thanks, dude. And back to where we were. It looks like I got another trident here. Maybe he threw that one at me. That's the one that Riptide 3. That's the one he gave me. Not this other one. 3-prong phallic stick. Phallic stick. I wonder what that means. But nonetheless, that's really cool. Thank you, Lil Bren. Let's go ahead and pick up where we left off. We got more redstone that goes in right there. A repeater that goes in here. And I believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And I think we should put a repeater right here just to be safe. So let's just quickly swap that out there. We'll take that, and then here's our dispensers. Let's go ahead and put that right there. That's going to go and dispense bottles of enchanting onto the actual player that's chopping wood, and that guy will be right here, so he'll be able to collect the XP and mend his axe. So now we need to go ahead and put in the storage area, or the actual collection system, rather. And so we're going to be putting hoppers all in here, just like this. There we go. And then we also need to put some obsidian back here, and also up on top for the roof. So we're going to put some obsidian right there and right there. And then also we're going to be putting some obsidian right here, going just like this. And then also all across here, just like that. We also need to enclose the entire room by putting some obsidian in these areas. Bren's actually offered to give me a helping hand, which is actually pretty nice. And now we're getting started on the sorting systems that are going to be sorting out all the wood. And I believe we need to go ahead and come on down here. This gets a repeater and a redstone torch. Let's go and get that. So this is actually what's going to be loading up the shulker boxes and loading up all the items in there. Well, things are starting to turn out a little bit better. Even though we deviated away from the tutorial, things are starting to go a little bit smoother. And the shulker box loading station is almost done. There's the dispenser that's going to dispense out the actual shulker box. Next, we need to get up here and put in a hopper that's going to go ahead and allow us to load that. So we need to go ahead and put that hopper in right here. Here we go. Let's go and put that in. So that's going to go in right here. Then once we put that in, then we'll go ahead and put in a chest. And actually, we want to put in a trap chest right here. That's going to allow it to be where we don't actually lose our items if we accidentally put them in there. Why does it do that? There we go. That's what I was trying to do. After doing 2 of these, I've really got the hang of these. It's just, very repetitive. You just got to keep on making sure that you have all the items in your inventory, making sure that you have everything. Here's a comparator that goes in right here. We get a block that goes in right there. We get a redstone torch on the backside just like this. See how fast we can do it. And if we go up like that, then we come up again like this, right there. Go up there like that. Another block up on top right here. Just like that. And then we come on down here with a repeater. Let's go and put a repeater in our inventory again. There we go. And then another block on top of that guy. Look at how fast we're doing that. Redstone at its fastest right here. And then a sticky piston with a slab. Let's go and get that sticky piston on there. Slab 2. Bam, bam. There we go. Now that we got our item sorters and shulker box loaders in place, we also need to go ahead and put in this circuit, which is going to be what subtracts the amount of items from this comparator. So we need to go ahead and get ourselves shulker box that's actually full. Let's get one of those. Let's see. There we go. Then we need to put a comparator in front of it. So we're going to put that there. Comparator goes right here. Redstone right there. And that goes in subtract mode. And we need to do that for all these. Now this is going to be the chopping chamber. We need a way for the player to get up here and be in place. So right here, we're actually going to come on over here with a couple temporary blocks. And then right here, we can go ahead and place that in. Let's go ahead and jump up there if we can. There we are. Oops, there we go. Now on the side over here, we're going to need a sticky piston. Let's go ahead and pull one of these guys out. That's going to go on right here. And then over here, we're actually going to need another temporary block right there because we're going to need a block power right there with a repeater. So let's go ahead and grab ourselves a repeater. That needs to go in right there. And then over by here, we can put in another temporary block with a block up like this. And then I think we get a lever right here. Which I was right. We get a lever that goes right there. And then some glowstone and then a stair. That way when the player goes up here, they can flick themselves up and then be right at the chopping chamber.
Okay.
My bad. I think I knocked you down.
That's okay.
This right here is gonna make this spruce wood.
No, that's fine. That's fine. You're good there.
Okay.
Oh, you could lean
Oh.
too. My bad.
Dude, where's my elite rat?
Oh no.
What happened?
I don't
You're, like,
know.
literally right here
I
next
fell
to me, and
off
then-
because you have a
Oh,
hole in the
God.
floor. It's not your fault, but
Right.
I jumped over it and there's a
RIP
log on
Bones
my
in the
head.
chat. Let's get an RIP Bones in his chat
God
going,
damn it.
guys. Well,
Shovel's actually come over and give me a hand now. She's actually gotten this whole area done, which is pretty good. And Brent actually got the whole floor in last night, which is really awesome too. Over here we have our maintenance area, where we actually have the area where you can go in and load up all the shulker boxes. Shell also went ahead and decorated all this earlier, and I kind of like this little overhang right here. It looks really neat. And then over here we have our chopping station, which goes up over here, and we need to put our floor in here. This is going to have to be a floor right there and right there. And then over here is where you go up and chop all the trees, just like this. This is looking pretty good. Is this going to go up? It should go up. Oh, there we go. Something happened. Not good. Not good. Well, besides that horrible lag that I just experienced, I think once we do this, there we go. Then we're in the chopping chamber. Hopefully that never happens to me again. Nonetheless, so this is the way it's going to be. We actually have to leave this open because we deviated away from the tutorial. So now this slime block here is going to interfere with our little ladder zone. But I'm willing to live with that. That's fine. I don't really care about that. That's all right. And another piece of obsidian will go right there. And I suppose we can enclose that right there, and that won't hurt anything. Right here is our bottle of enchanting dispenser, so we're going to need to go ahead and put that in right here. This is going to hold shulker boxes filled with bottles of enchanting, and that'll go ahead and load it out of the shulker box, send it up into this hopper line over to the bottle of enchanting dispenser that will dispense bottles of enchanting on top of the wood chopper so his axe never breaks. So this counter here counts how many trees go through the system. We have 4 hoppers right here, so it's going to count 4 trees, which at a 12 high tall tree, that's going to be 48 blocks before it actually splashes you with a bottle of enchanting. So we're going to go ahead and hook that up right here with a redstone torch. We need to put in a repeater right here. That's on 2 ticks with a sticky piston facing up. Over here, we're going to go ahead and place an observer, which is going to bounce me just like that. Very good. And then we're going to place a block right there. Oh man, this next bit is going to be frustrating because of the fact that we're deviating away from the actual tutorial with these pistons right here. It's going to make the next bit a little sticky. So what we need to do is we actually need to power this, and I have a block right here in my tutorial, and it requires another block right here, but I have this button right here that's redirecting this redstone so it doesn't do anything to this piston, which I need to have that. So now I've got to figure out a solution, which I've kind of thought of something, and I think it'll work. So I think if we put a block right there temporarily, we can put in an observer. That should tick that. That did a good job. Now I think we can do this with the rest of it. So if we go like this, that shouldn't finagle with that. And we need an ender pearl. We need to get up there. Let's get on up here. Just right there. There we are. Now up here, it requires that we have a comparator. Now I don't think that comparators stick to slime blocks. And over here, we can just go ahead and use some redstone, and I think it'll do just fine. Now we have the actual oak mode system going in. We have 10 hoppers here, which means that in oak mode, trees can grow up to 5 blocks tall. So times 10, is it? That's 50 blocks before you get a splash of bottle of enchanting, which is good. So now what we need to do is we need to power this. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to go ahead and get a block that goes in right here. We can do that right on the side of that redstone there. Let's get that in right there. That's hard to do. And then once we get that in, we need to go ahead and get that powered from this repeater right here. So we're going to go ahead and put in, let's see, a couple temporary blocks. Let's go ahead and put a temporary block right there. And we need an observer right here. And actually, let's back up one more. So we need an observer. Let's go ahead and put that in. That's going to go ahead and power a sticky piston right here. We can go ahead and remove these. This is going to go ahead and go into a circuit just like this. And we're going to go ahead and put a repeater right there. That's going to go into another block, so we can go ahead and put in another temporary block out here. Let's go ahead and put that up just like this, and that should bring us over to our torch here somewhere. We need to go ahead and step on up a few times. Let's go ahead and do that. And now that's all set up. Now that we have all these done, we need to go ahead and put an item into the system on this one. Let's go ahead and put that there. And then over here, we need to go ahead and put an item into this system as well. Let's go ahead and put that there too. Finally, we're going to be working on the storage area, which is right there at that hopper, and that's going to tie into all of these other different shulker box loading stations. And to do this, I think we're going to need some more shulker boxes. I got everything else, though. Wow, Shelville's done a pretty good job with the inside of this. I've actually got all the shulker boxes in already, so now we're actually ready to go ahead and run all the hoppers. This is rather peculiar getting down here. Anyways, I found the side of our shulker boxes. We need to put in some hoppers just like this. I noticed in the tutorial, I come up just like this, and I actually put a hopper down in there like that, and I come across right here. But if I do that, it's going to get locked right there by that block, because that block's being powered by that redstone torch. So I think I'm just going to come around here and just like that, and just make sure I don't make that mistake in the first place. And to sort the items, we're just going to use your basic item sorter. So we needed a redstone torch right there. We're going to go ahead and take a repeater, put that right there, and actually in this orientation right there. That's going to go on 2 ticks. Let's go ahead and pillar up here. We need some redstone dust right there and right there. We need a comparator. That's going to come out of this hopper right here, which we actually need to put some items in. Let's go ahead and open that up. This is going to be for oak wood, so let's go ahead and put the oak wood right there. And then we're going to go ahead and take in some of this stuff. Let's go ahead and drop 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces in there. And that'll go ahead and drop one down into that hopper, which stays right in the system. And now that is all set up, we need to do that for the rest of these.
You hear Bones over here talking about, yeah, let's build a insane nether wart farm that takes shulker boxes full of bottles of enchanting.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh.
Somebody's got to tell him slow his roll.
I'll do it. I mean, it's just funny listening to you just like... That was great. Let's build an insane netherward farm with shulker boxes full of bottles of Just your whole like roll on that was great. Woo.
Save that video clip.
Right? Yeah. Now we have all of our item sorters in, and next we're going to go ahead and put in the sorting system. So we need to go ahead and load that up. That is the type of wood that we want. And then we're going to put in a placeholder right here, which goes ahead and fills up the rest of the hopper. So now only birch can go into the system. Oh boy, I've had to come and get some dark oak wood because, yeah, this farm doesn't do dark oak wood, but at the same time we actually have an item sorter for it. And at the time that I actually do make a dark oak wood tree farm, I would want this in place. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab it and go ahead and put the item sorter in. Which, as you can tell by that comparator, the dark oak has now gone into the system, and now we're hooking up all of these item sorters into this hopper line right here, which this hopper line is going to be fed from up here. We need to come up here just like this, and then that's going to be fed right into that hopper. So let's go bring that right over here just like that. That should be able to come right down under there. I think we need to come up by one more. Do we have any more hoppers? I'm out of hoppers, which I've now made, which is a good thing. Now we need to go actually cover all these with furnaces and droppers. Wow, that is actually all the redstone completed. Now it's actually time just to go ahead and load in the extra shulker boxes and the bone meal. So let's go ahead and take over here. This is all the bone meal right here. So let's go ahead and put that into the system. That should turn that light on. It should. This hopper right here should have the bone meal going right through it. And the fact that it doesn't has me a bit worried. I wonder what could be wrong. Let's go ahead and take a look. There's our shulkers of bone meal right there. Let's go ahead and put this piston back. We need to figure out a way to activate that apparently just for the first time. And actually, I've got the way. We're just going to go like this. I think... Whoops, I don't think that was meant to happen. Either way, I'm going to place this bone meal right there, and hopefully that activates the system. Oh, okay, good. Now everything's working with that. We got the bone meal in the system. Actually, that's empty because we don't have that many shulker boxes in there. But we do have enough to go ahead and get started. Over here, we need to go ahead and load up our other shulker boxes like these and just go ahead and put these in the system. Alright, I'm in full test mode now. The first type of tree that we're going to try is the purple one that's going to be oak. And in order to do that, we need to go ahead and turn the farm on. That's going to get started, and then we need to turn oak mode on, and we need to make sure that that flies down. Yes, it does. Very good. Okay, we have bone meal in the system. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves an oak sapling here. That is all the way down. And let's see. Let's go ahead and double check here. Let's see if everything is going to work out properly. Oh my god, this is so exciting. I spent so much time working on this. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No, 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 no. Something's wrong. Oh my goodness. I finally found the problem. This purple block was right here. This is the dropper that activates the entire system, and this block is not meant to activate that. It's meant to actually activate that down there. So, yeah, what that means is that we need to come up with a way to actually make this work a little bit differently, which may not be too hard, maybe? Maybe we could actually do this quite easily. Maybe we could just take this, and we could actually just take that purple block, and maybe we could just take that redstone. Can we get that redstone? Well, we're going to put that redstone right there. Oh my goodness, I've got to fix all of this too. Everything is now back in working order, and I'm kind of excited and kind of worried to try this at the same time. Let's see what happens here. I bet you anything that purple block down there is out of place. And of course it is. Let's go ahead and put that back. Let's go ahead and put that in right here, and then the whole farm's gonna go right now. There it goes. Well, only the bottom 2 logs got pulled over. That's rather peculiar. A few of these guys got left out, which is also peculiar, which is funny. I think we should go check some of the settings that we've got on the actual tree farm, or some of the ticks, or something like that. Something isn't quite right. Alright, I've changed some of the repeater settings, and this is going to be very hard to diagnose, because once these leaves grow, your vision's kind of obscured. It's kind of hard to tell what the other pistons are doing, but we need to see what they are doing nonetheless. Let's go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and do this here real quick. We'll go like, I wonder if being up here would be any better. Maybe staying down here would be better. Let's go ahead and see what happens. Here we go again. Once again, I have gotten all the observers back in place. I don't think I'm going to remove the wood. Let's go ahead and see what's happening here. Yeah, I did it again, but I don't really understand why it's doing that. It doesn't make any sense to me. I wonder if it'll... And that purple block down there is going in the wrong spot and the wrong sequence. Unfortunately, though, we're running out of time. I just edited a lot of this episode, and it's running kind of long. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to leave this for another day. But we did get a lot done. We got the entire thing pretty much done. I just got to actually diagnose what's actually wrong. And hopefully we can come back and get everything situated so that we can actually use this thing. And out here, I've got to do some diagnosing and figure out what's exactly going wrong. Something's happening that's not supposed to be, and it's probably because I deviated away from the actual tutorial. So that's my fault. But nonetheless, I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. And if you guys did, please remember to hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you guys are new. Ring that notification bell and share this video with all your friends. Thank you all very much for tuning in. I'm Broken Bones, and I will see you guys next time. Take it easy, everybody. Why do I do such big projects?